episode tonight. Got started a little late. We watching the college football playoff reveal right now. So far, they got Army at 25 and Missouri at 24.
You don't like it?
You don't like it,
I'm not-
Missouri?
I'm not sold on Missouri.
Army 8-0.
Man, Clemson 23? Good Lord.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they dropped them like crazy.
God. Hey, that's scary, man.
Yeah, Clemson lost to a 6-2 or 5-2.
I don't agree with the Louisville either, but okay.
Louisville?
Oh, they 6-3.
Over Clemson, but I know because they beat Clemson.
They beat Clemson.
And that's what they keep saying. The head-to-head is gonna matter.
Yeah. I think Army should be above all these teams. I'm just saying.
I'm even putting it on people.
Yeah, Washington State 7-1.
That's true. They still got to play. I think they still got to play Notre Dame, right? I think
Army.
Yeah, I think they got to play Notre Dame.
No, I thought Notre Dame had.
I know they got USC left. Colorado.
Yeah, they.
Hey man.
Hey, just having that conversation, man.
I know, right?
We're just talking about Colorado having a shot.
Big 12, y'all let her. Y'all
they would have to win out. They couldn't lose another game.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
They would have even at 20, they would have to win out and win the Big 12 championship because they're not a Big 12 team at 6-2. You know what I'm saying?
But they only got one conference loss though, and that was the K-State.
Yeah.
Which is K-State is ranked above them.
K-State just lost 2.
Yeah, they did.
19.
Yeah, K-State at 19, yeah.
Pitt disappointed, man. But I wasn't surprised, though, that they lost.
They let SMU go crazy on them.
Yeah, SMU going to be ranked pretty high, man. They'll probably be in the top 15 at least.
They only loss came to – who SMU lose to?
They're 8-1.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure who they.
Damn, Iowa State dropped down 17.
They lost to BYU, which was
Oh yeah.
I lost to BYU. Okay, so they lost to an undefeated team. That's good.
Yeah.
Ole Miss 16.
Ole Miss got a chance though. If they can beat Georgia this weekend, man, they'll get back up there.
Only if they.
That's gonna kill Georgia. If they beat Georgia, that's gonna kill Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
It makes it seem like it's an easy task. All they have to do is beat Georgia.
Yeah, but it's Georgia. You got to come to Ole Miss though. I could see if they was going to Georgia.
Yeah.
Then I would feel differently.
Because they put it on Arkansas this weekend, boy.
Yeah.
LSU 15. So now I'm thinking Bama may be outside the 12, man.
Unless they sitting right at 12.
Yeah. Because I think they're gonna want to see losses. They're gonna want to see what they can do against each other. I think
they got USC and Texas A&M loss. I forget about that USC loss.
Yeah,
that doesn't look that good now.
That USC loss look terrible right now.
Yeah, it does. You know who I didn't see? Vandy, man. What? Vandy got 3 losses. Yeah, I think they got 3 losses.
Yeah.
Okay.
6-3.
Yeah, Georgia State, Missouri, and Texas.
Yeah, Georgia State is what.
Oh, there they go. So they got Texas A&M, the second team out.
Okay.
A&M.
SMU. Is that SMU?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So Bama will be in there as of right now.
Man, of course they're gonna give Bama this.
Come on, man.
They can have 3 losses and be like, "Where's Alabama?" You know?
No, that's not the reason, man.
Bro, they use Alabama math when they're giving Alabama points, bro. Like,
no, that's not the reason.
That is,
who was the first? Boise. All right. Which we knew.
I mean, they're gonna have Bama at 11.
They bet.
I can see
Unless
that.
it
I
is-
mean, yeah, that makes sense. There's gonna be some mad people of Bama in there, man.
The SEC haters.
Yeah, baby.
They lost to Vandy.
Vandy good though.
Eh,
Oh, come on, Ed.
There they are. There go Bama. There go
Yes,
Bama at 11.
sir.
number 11. Hey, Bama just got. All you gotta do is win, huh?
Man, we got the best win of the season, man.
Mm,
Georgia.
Georgia over Texas, I think, was a better win.
I agree, Ed.
I'm done talking, man.
No, you just where you at, Ron? You just took yourself out the screen.
I'm done talking, man.
I'm done with this. Y'all crazy.
Ron don't want to get too hype. You know they got to go to Death Valley this weekend. Man.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to get too excited.
And Bama has LSU.
Now look. So
Notre
now Notre
Dame at
Dame.
10.
But so this is the thing though with Notre Dame, like they said, that loss against NIU don't look as bad because they did beat Texas A&M, and then
Yeah.
they've been doing pretty good. I still don't believe in them. Like I think they get killed in the first round, whoever they play.
They still got the worst loss of the year.
Yeah.
Because NIU was terrible.
SMU should be in over Notre Dame as of right now, right? That's what I'm just saying. They got a better.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ed. Also, you're right, AB. So, yep, BYU is 4. Yeah, okay.
BYU.
Yeah.
Man, okay. I didn't think it would be like that.
Because I was thinking, like, if they were ranked, if they didn't put the conference champions 1 through 4, the bye wouldn't work if they were sitting at the 10 spot in the bracket.
Yeah, that makes sense. Game control. That's what I was telling Ed about Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we won, though.
Because in all seriousness, though, in the last few years, I know that was like a big stat, that game control stat.
Yeah. Indiana.
I'm not buying Indiana, man.
I am, bro.
Hey, man.
I was not. But Indiana be balling, man. They
do.
Yeah.
So they're gonna ball against Ohio State.
And they quarterback, he's gonna get drafted, man.
So they're gonna ball out
Indiana,
at Ohio State.
Indiana's gonna beat Ohio State. I'm calling it now. I'm telling you.
Hey, I want you to think about this, Ron, right? Look at the game-to-game comparison. Look what Ohio State did with Nebraska, right?
I'm gonna write it down.
Struggled. Ohio State struggled. Ohio State struggled with Nebraska. Indiana beat the brakes off Nebraska. I mean, bad.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling them, man. I'm not
sold on Ohio State. They beat Penn State, and we knew what Penn State was. So that everybody talking about that didn't impress me. So that was a typical James Franklin team.
James Franklin does.
They got Indiana versus Tennessee. Tennessee would beat the brakes off of Indiana right now.
I think Tennessee wins, but it's not going to beat the brakes off. Indiana's good, man.
No.
I think they're fugazis, man.
Fugazis.
I do, man. I'm serious. I do. I think they're fugazis, man.
That's what they showed me against Nebraska, and then when you see Nebraska on the road, I'm like, I had picked against them because I thought Nebraska was going to beat Indiana. I didn't believe in Indiana. But I'm telling you now, Ohio State ain't going to win.
They going to the big house too, right? If I'm not the big house, but they going to Ohio Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it, man.
I don't see it, man.
And I want to say, and maybe I'm misquoting this stat that I read, but I want to say they said Miami and Indiana were the only two that haven't played any ranked opponents, man.
Look, man.
Penn State number 6.
Man, Penn State ain't gonna do nothing.
Come on, man.
So they got them. They got them ranked 6 at the 7th seed.
So Penn State and Notre Dame.
That's gonna be a terrible game.
Texas and Bama
again.
Hey, yeah. Ron, you know what happened last time, man.
I wouldn't be worried.
You should be.
I feel like they did that on purpose. Man. They trying to hype that up.
Alabama's third down defense is absolutely terrible.
So is Quinn Ewers. So I mean,
hey, Georgia exposed something very terrible about Quinn Ewers. The man cannot move in the pocket.
No,
he's like
he was playing hurt, man.
Oh God,
he was playing hurt.
So I wonder who this last team is then. This should be the rank. So that should probably be Ohio State. I would think. What they got? Miami 3? Yep.
Got Miami at the 3 seed.
Yeah.
Miami is that good. Hey man, at the end of the day,
so they're gonna have Ohio State at the 5 seed.
Yes, I said against Boise, right? Against Boise State,
bro. The mid right now, the way it's playing out. The Bama Texas game, then they face Miami, right? Whoever is over here is gonna face Notre Dame and Penn State. That's trash, man. Like,
and that's probably gonna be. Okay, so Georgia will play Penn State or Notre Dame.
Georgia could sit half the. Yep.
So that means Oregon will play the winner of Indiana and Tennessee.
Bro, so they ranked Oregon and Ohio State 2-1.
See, that's what I was saying. That's why I didn't understand, but I see what you're saying now, right? It makes sense, but
yeah. They got them ranked 2.
Man, if it plays out this way,
and they scheduled week 2, man.
Who scheduled week?
Let me tell you something, man. Miami schedule. Louisville, quality win. When we beat Clemson, quality win. Let me bring the schedule.
Y'all may play SMU, man. I did see that too.
Yeah.
Y'all may end up facing SMU too. That's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Rhett Lashley, his play calling is so questionable sometimes, man. Full confidence in beating them.
When the offensive coordinator down there in Miami?
He was, man. And even I was watching the SMU game earlier this season, man. They needed 2 yards. And back to back, they do these weird, like, throwing it down the line, right? I'm saying, like throwing it to the flat.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, your running back is actually gaining yards. Hand it off. You know what I'm saying? Quit overthinking it. And that's his biggest Achilles heel, man. He doesn't go with sometimes he just overdoes it. And I think he calls the offensive play calls too.
Well, that's how I feel about James Franklin, man.
Mm-hmm.
They could have beat Ohio State. When it was 4th down. It was 4th and 1, man. I don't know. They ran the ball 3 straight times. They got stuffed up the middle. Got it. Right? But to go to a straight pass, I just didn't understand that call at all, man. Why not try to go toward the edge? Fake up the middle, go toward the edge, something, man.
Something.
But to pass the ball, I'm like, come on, bro.
It's and that's the thing, man. I expected it.
So they are showing the thing. So like BYU was 7th Technically, they just showed
No,
it.
they were ninth.
Ninth, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but because they're a conference champion,
Right. They would go in the 4-hole. Gotcha. Because
Yep.
they're the least ranked. So that's why they get the 4th one. Okay,
And like
gotcha.
I said, that Penn State and Notre Dame matchup, that's weak sauce there.
It is, man. I wouldn't want to watch that one. Because
No.
Penn State will win. I think Penn State will win.
Mhm.
And then go and get skull drugged by Georgia if that was the case.
it was Penn State versus who?
Notre Dame,
Notre Dame.
as of right now, right?
Yeah, as of right now.
What does Penn State have left?
Penn State, I think they got an
Hey
easy
man,
road
this
the
is
rest of
gonna
the
that
way.
thing is gonna change drastically, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This shit gonna look different next week.
Yeah.
Not
I
because of
want to say
Miami.
Penn State I want to say they said the only hard, they don't play Michigan this year. I know that. I'm about to look it up.
All right. Penn State has
They got Washington this weekend,
Purdue,
Purdue and Minnesota.
Minnesota, and Maryland.
Terrible.
Bro, I don't know. They let Ohio James Franklin got outcoached by Ryan Day,
Did.
and he
Yeah.
did what he always does when he faces somebody that's better. The man cannot win the big game. And I think they
Nope.
showed that graph.
Yeah. Yeah. He beats everybody but Ohio State and Michigan.
Bro, this 12-team playoff was made for James Franklin.
It is.
Yeah.
But they said that it was made for him and Lane Kiffin, right? But then Lane Kiffin struggling. Lane Kiffin may not even make it.
No. Because they on the outside right now. If
Yeah,
they
they're
lose
on the
to Georgia,
outside.
they're done.
Yeah, but see, remember, everybody said they was done when they lost to, I can't remember who it was. Remember, they said that was really like the first playoff elimination game, and then Ole Miss lost. Who was that again? They lost to
They lost to LSU.
LSU. That's what it was. But like I said, they got a reprieve. Now they got the time to beat Georgia. So then, again, like you said, it's
They
gonna
lost to
change a lot.
Kentucky. Remember, they lost to Kentucky first.
Yep. And
And
which
then,
again, they
yeah,
wasn't supposed to lose.
Yep.
And like I was listening to something, and they were saying, like, I guarantee you, Ole Miss went in and said, "Hey, we probably will lose to Georgia, but we shouldn't lose any more games." But they ended up losing 2 games they shouldn't have lost, LSU and Kentucky. So now they got to beat Georgia, or they done.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because if they would have won those games, they could have afforded to drop
Correct.
that Georgia game.
Yeah,
Now they have no room for error, man. They can't mess around.
But this is the thing,
But now if they beat Georgia, that's gonna put Georgia at yeah.
But some people think Georgia's still gonna be in no matter what. I don't know, because they'll have 2 losses, which will be
They have
Alabama.
2 losses in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they won't be the SEC champions, but they can still get in as an at-large.
Yeah. But they didn't have. Was there a team with 2 losses in there besides Bama?
Yeah, Bama.
Yeah, because of that Alabama math, I'm telling you, man.
Against 2 tough teams.
Hey, hold on, man. Was Bama the only 2-loss team that was in there? Hold on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
No, we
Wait
wasn't.
a minute.
We wasn't.
Oh man, hold on.
Bro, Alabama gets so much love on these things.
No, I'm trying to think. It is another 2-loss team in there. I think I saw.
I don't think so, bro.
But you got to consider, man. In all seriousness, now though, we have the best win of the season, man, against Georgia, number 1. We have the best win of the season.
Vandy.
Huh?
And then y'all turn around and lost to Vandy, man. Like
Vandy's ranked though. In
and
the
y'all
poll,
struggled.
Vandy is ranked 24 right now. Tennessee is ranked like 5, man.
Let's see, man. Y'all
What?
also Tennessee.
What you talking about, man?
Struggle South Florida. Struggle at South Carolina versus South Carolina.
Hey, the struggle wins.
Missouri's 34-0, but the reality that was not like a clean game to start with.
Missouri's bad though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're
But
talking
they
about
right.
Georgia, bro. Missouri is like 20 something down there, and that 34-0 win. That's numbers lying right there to you. I was like, man, what the hell is Bama struggling with Missouri for?
So,
Y'all did start off struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, so we beat South Carolina, right? South Carolina just beat the hottest team in college football this weekend.
South Carolina gave y'all the game.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Yeah,
they
did.
We
they gave
allowed
y'all
them
the
to
game.
get back into it.
It was like this.
They said no.
Towel.
Jalen Milroe turned it. Hey, Jalen Milroe turned it over
on a silver platter.
You're supposed to be good in the biggest moments. They get the ball back. I'm like, oh shit, boy, South Carolina might win this thing. First play, fumbled the ball on the snap, trying to hand it off to the running back. Terrible. That's giving the game away, man.
We beat the hottest. I mean, they just beat the hottest team in college football, man. Texas A&M.
Yeah, but I knew that was gonna happen, man. I knew Texas A&M was gonna walk in there and
Remember, I said that too, though. I said it was gonna be 2 upsets, and I got both of them right. Should have put some money down on them. I said Louisville was gonna beat Clemson, and that South Carolina was gonna beat A&M.
Y'all are 6-2, and in conference play, let me name off teams that are better than y'all in conference play. That's Vanderbilt 3-2 because they beat y'all head to head. LSU 3-1, Texas 3-1, Tennessee 4-1, A&M 5-1, Georgia 5-1 in conference play, and Ole Miss at 3-2.
Hey man, y'all not even how y'all in the college football.
I guarantee you, if they look like they say, if you probably, I know we haven't been listening to the show, but I guarantee if you listen, they're gonna say we had the best win of the season. That's why we're in there.
Which y'all almost fumbled that too. Y'all had a 30-some point or 20-some point lead.
We talking about Georgia. We talking about the Georgia team that nobody can beat except for Alabama, right? I mean, it is what it is, man.
Hey man, that was a 41-34 win.
Listen, I don't think Georgia's ever going to be able to beat y'all because Nick Saban and put some curse on Kirby Smart, man.
Hey, that's why Saban was there. That's why Saban was there. He picked up the phone and was like, "Hey, Kirby, you know what you got to do." Hey, he got him. He got some Diddy tapes on him or something, man. He was like, "Hey, I'm trying to win." He got something on him, man. Kirby can't beat him.
See, that's the thing, man. Everybody's gonna hate, but Bama is as of right now, we are one of the 12 best teams in the country. As of right now, we are. Yes. All right. Like I said, man, after
we're gonna have the same. Hey,
yeah. After this weekend,
come next Tuesday, we're gonna have the same conversation.
Now let's talk about the other one.
I want to see if your mood change.
Notre Dame, SMU right now. Who you got in there? The only person that SMU has lost is undefeated BYU.
Yeah,
and by a point.
I agree. I think,
but Notre Dame does have wins over Navy, who they smack because they, I don't know, they forced like 6 turnovers.
But SMU got some good wins.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't.
Hold on, I'm pulling nails up.
SMU almost beat right. If they would have beat BYU, so they lost to BYU 18-15. Right, so they put 66 on TCU, 34 on Louisville, ranked at the time. Let's see, Duke. They beat Duke, who was a 1-loss team at the time. Pitt embarrassed Pitt, who was undefeated. I'm just saying, man.
So hold on, I'm looking at their schedule, right? SMU's schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They played Nevada, who they beat by 5. HCU, I don't know who this is. HCU.
Houston Christian or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds like a team that y'all be playing late in the season. You know?
Houston Christian. They beat 59-7. They lost to BYU. Look at this. SMU over TCU, 66-42.
Damn.
They beat Florida State. They beat Louisville. They beat Stanford. They beat Duke. and they beat Pittsburgh. Okay, that's not. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
But all they got left is Boston College, Virginia, and Cal.
Now look, man, I know y'all be hating on Miami, but we right now we got the same type of record, same type of quality wins that these SMU has. I'm just saying, but they're going to beat Boston College, which is not an easy win. Boston College has a pretty decent team. Virginia and Cal. Cal beat Auburn earlier in the year, but then after that,
They should have beat y'all.
he was a runner, man.
If
Look,
they would have got the targeting call right, you know what I'm
that was
saying?
not. They did get it right.
Hey, man, the ACC at work again, man.
Nah, man,
Yeah, but they said, hey, the ACC got 5 ranked teams. I think I seen 5 ranked teams in the AP poll.
They're only worried about one.
negative, bro.
I agree with that. But hey, okay, so let's talk about Clemson. So heading into this weekend, everybody thought Clemson or Miami could possibly win the ACC, right? So now they lost. They got them at 23. I think that's a big drop, man. I think Clemson should kind of be in the middle of the pack. But I think the teams that Clemson was beating up on too were not ranked either, though.
No, so
No, they weren't.
They
Okay.
beat Appalachian State, NC State, Stanford, Florida State, Wake Forest, and Virginia. Which Virginia now remember, Florida State played a close game against them. It was the final was 29-13, but it was a closer game than that, right? They barely beat Virginia 48-31. And Louisville was up by a lot.
Yeah, they were. They put it on Clemson.
They put it on them. The finals 33-21, but
yeah, but it was like 33-7 going in the fourth quarter, I think.
Yeah.
They blanked them in
Clemson's going to need some help, man. Because looking at their schedule, they still got Virginia Tech, Pitt, the Citadel, which obviously that's easy win, and they got South Carolina.
South Carolina, that's an L. Virginia Tech
non-conference game though, but as long as they win out in conference, they got a shot to play for it, depending on who SMU got left.
Yeah, so SMU got
I don't know,
easy
man.
teams, man.
They do. Yeah, I think Clemson done.
Yeah, Clemson done. If SMU fumbles against Virginia or Cal, that's the only way. Boston College, I don't think it's going to happen, but Virginia, maybe. Cal, maybe. But
so I'm calling it right now, man. I think SMU gets in.
Mm-hmm.
I think they beat Miami.
Man, put that. What you slipping on, man? Put that down. Bro, it's a Tuesday. Red Lashy is going to have the same treatment that Handy Manny Diaz had down in Miami, right? Doing all this extra stuff in the beginning, but then at the end, get out of here. Send him packing.
But not in all seriousness, man. It's a good thing though when Miami is in the college football playoff talk. I haven't been there in a while, so it is a good thing.
See, I thought it was shifting right early on. We talked about week 1, week 2. We were like, man, Miami good, USC good. This is good, right? Good for college football. But then you see USC. Miami had some close games, but we beat Florida. We beat Florida State, USF. But for the Florida Cup, we beat them 2 cats. Recruits should be staying home, coming to Miami.
So hey, I'm looking at this, right? The playoff ranking. So SMU was 12.
Mm-hmm.
So the only reason they're not in the playoff is because of Boise State. Because Boise State would take that 12th slot.
Yeah.
Because they're the group of 5 champion. But technically, SMU would be they could be in the playoff.
Yeah. And what do you want to say there? Like,
But it's still not. And what people
I'll just
like,
say
it's still not over for them. If they went out right and they finished the season 8-2, right? Only losses in the conference championship. They can still get in.
But let me show you Boise State's game. Their only loss came against Oregon, 37-34.
Yeah.
Remember, we was
Yeah,
like,
but they haven't played anybody.
But
Boise State ain't played nobody.
they played Oregon.
They played Oregon.
And they
Washington
lost.
State.
But what I'm saying is the rest of their schedule. Look who they played, man.
UNLV was a top 25
Yeah,
team.
they were. They was ranked. And they was ranked when they played them, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, they were.
That hot streak. We got Georgia Southern. They handled easily. Vandy couldn't handle them, but they didn't go.
It wasn't Georgia Southern. They played Georgia State.
I always want to take
anytime you say Vandy, man, Ron shudder a little bit, man.
You did. You should have too. Y'all only beat them by 3 points.
Hey man, did we get a win or not?
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all struggled with them. That's all I'm saying.
Did we get the win or not?
Y'all struggled with them.
Bro, hey, we didn't let them go 12 for 16 on third down. That's all I'm saying.
Vandy would have upset y'all. They would have been the best team in college football this year. I'm telling you. I would have went all in, all chips in on Vandy if they would have beat y'all.
I know. That would have been.
I think everybody would have.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man.
How high their confidence would have been.
But you know what though? Seriously though, they still can kind of be spoilers for the season. They still got Tennessee, they still got LSU, and I think they still got Ole Miss. I think.
That quarterback is legit. He plays hard, man. He gets them there.
Okay, so they got South Carolina this weekend. They got LSU and Tennessee, so they only got 3 games left. So South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee.
If they win out, which I don't see it, but if they do, hey man, Tennessee ain't gonna drop out. Bro, why is it? I tell you, man. They're over here talking about it right now.
So let me ask y'all this. It's something I just read on here that's a pretty good question. So if Georgia and Texas play again in the SEC championship, and Texas loses again, does Texas still make the playoff?
They still gonna be in there.
Yeah,
but
because it'd only be our second loss.
Play a third time though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, now that's the thing. That's a great question I just seen on here, but
potentially, if they lose in the SEC title game,
we're still getting in. If we lose in the SEC title game, we're still getting in.
Who else from the SEC going to get in? Right? You can't have two.
But I think that's going to be pretty much probably the path for everyone, because same for Ohio State and Oregon. You know, what if Ohio State beats Oregon this go round, right, in the Big Ten championship? I mean, both of them will still get in. I mean, you just don't kick Oregon out.
Yeah.
Same for Miami.
I mean,
if they they did lose the ACC championship, I mean, they just wouldn't be the.
If Miami loses the ACC championship, this is going to drop them big time, right? It's not going to be like how, and this is just facts, right? They're going to look at it and be like, oh, Alabama had a better schedule and they had a college win and all this stuff. Miami's going to get, just how Clemson right now dropped all the way. Miami's going to drop fast. You know what I'm saying?
Nosedive.
So Miami cannot. There's no wiggle room for them. They might be able to sneak in there, maybe, but I mean, they got Notre. They give Notre Dame so much love. I'm like, bro, you lost to NIU. Like,
yeah, let me see who else Notre Dame got. I know they got USC. Who else they got?
Navy.
You already played Navy.
They just played Navy.
And beat the shit out of Navy.
Yeah. which I was like,
All right, they got Florida State this weekend, Virginia, Army. That's what I thought. So they got Virginia, Army, and then USC. So we know they're not going to lose to Florida State.
Virginia.
I don't think they'll lose to Virginia. So
know.
Army and USC would be the two games they could possibly.
USC not gonna get them, but USC, no, they just benched.
Miller
Moss.
Yeah, I saw that.
People out there calling for what's his name? Head coach. Lincoln Riley. They calling for Lincoln Riley job.
They talking right now. What if Colorado wins out?
Yeah. Colorado.
I'm just
in
saying.
The Big 12, I can see it, man. But I think because of Travis Hunter and Shador alone, they will give BYU, the Iowa States. I think they will give all of them a hard time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In a championship game, in the Big 12 championship game, they give them a hard time. I mean, who they got? I know they got Oklahoma State last game of the season. I think they got Utah, who's not good this year.
No.
So they got Texas Tech, who I think is decent. Utah, Kansas.
Texas Tech just upset
Iowa
State.
Iowa State.
So
they got,
and I called that shit too. I said, boy, they left too much time on the clock. When Iowa State scored.
So they going to Texas Tech. They got Utah at home. They go to Kansas. And they got Oklahoma State coming to them.
Oklahoma State is terrible.
Yeah, kind of disappointing, man.
Yeah, because they had the most return of production in the country. They returned like 88% of their roster.
Yeah. Look at this. Any blue blood with Indiana football schedule's resume would be at worst number 4. The disrespect to the Hoosiers is real.
Hey.
Who said that?
Joe Klatt.
I like Joe, so I'm gonna give him a pass.
I don't see it, man.
Hoosiers.
See, look at that. Vanderbilt is the only team ranked in the AP poll, but not in the college football playoffs. That's what I said. They should have been 25, man. Instead of putting Louisville in there, or
Louisville. I mean, it's a quality win against Clemson, but at the same time, I think Clemson been having pretty easy schedule. Clemson's gonna struggle here at the end.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so.
So let me ask you this, Ed. Excuse me. So is Louisville a quality win? Is that what you said they are or they're not?
They are. Louisville is a quality win. Right?
Okay. Just making sure.
Clemson.
That's a quality win, but they fifth in y'all conference, man.
Yeah, they were 6-3. They had 3 losses.
I don't know about that, man.
What did Miami play? Week what? Like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
So every tough team they lost to, man, except for Clemson. They lost to Miami. They lost to SMU. They lost to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, I can't. SMU?
So they beat Boston College. They barely beat Boston College.
Good team.
They beat Georgia Tech. They beat Jack State, and they beat Austin Peay.
Bro, how does Austin Peay keep getting into the Division D1 schedule? I think Alabama started that.
Hey, yeah, they probably played them. When the last time them played Austin Peay, man?
Last year. But Louisville, I still think, was a quality win. 6-3 overall, 4-2 in conference. And they knocked off Clemson, who was undefeated in conference play. Right? Still was a quality win for Miami.
I don't know. We'll see how it shake out, man. We'll see how quality it is, man. They still got. We know they're gonna beat Stanford, but they got Pitt and they got Kentucky. So Kentucky has a good defense. Their offense ain't worth a damn.
Yeah.
Let's look at this again, man. So Boise State, Ohio State. If they were to play today, I think that's a good game, right? Even though I don't think Ohio State is all that great, but I think Boise State will put it on them.
Oh, Boise State will put it on Ohio State.
That run game is legit. Boise, I'm telling you, man. Boise State can run the ball.
Hey,
right?
man, what you drinking, man? Put the cup down, man.
Nah, just water. High quality H2O.
Put it down, man.
So you saying
that water spikes?
I don't believe in Ohio.
Boise would go into Ohio and beat Ohio State? I don't see it, man. Because you got to remember now, like they said, like they would go. This the home. They would be the home team, Ohio State.
Hey, Ohio State be the home team. Hey, man, let's go Boise. Number upsets, except for Miami. Number upsets. You think that's an easy win for Ohio State? Like legit?
I don't know about easy. It's gonna be a good game, but I think Ohio State would win.
Yeah, I do too. I would say a comfortable 10 to 14 points.
10 to 14 points.
Yeah.
Two-score game, man.
You got
two-score game
at Tennessee. I will take Tennessee there.
I mean, I'm impressed with Indiana, man. I want to see what they do. Not this weekend, but next weekend when they play Ohio State.
You're gonna go in there and get scored, drug, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, but they still deserve to be in the playoffs. They was 8-0." No, they do not. They finally played somebody with a pulse, and they lost.
Hey, man, so Bama do though? make it make sense, man. What are we talking about?
We beat the number one team in the country, man. We beat the number one team in the country when it was number
Vandy,
one.
Right?
Who's ranked?
You lost to Vandy.
Who's ranked?
They ain't ranked no more. We ain't talking about the AP poll no more, bro. The AP poll dead. It don't matter. The AP poll don't matter no more. The first week in November, first Tuesday after that is it.
Hey,
AP poll dead.
Bro, I legit believe Alabama could be number 25 and still get in. Because it's just Alabama.
Bama math, man. Bama math.
No.
Hey, you know the SEC headquarters is in Birmingham,
it's in
right?
Birmingham. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all need to stop.
Greg Sankey be hanging out at the school, man. He be on campus. He
got
an office over there.
Y'all need to start with the conspiracy theories, man.
Bro, I mean, y'all making it pretty obvious, bro. We don't even have to. I mean, I understand, like, some conspiracy. Y'all just out there with it, though. Yeah.
But I told. I'm done explaining it to y'all, man. All we gotta do is just take care of business. We in there.
That's true. With 2 losses, yes.
But we're not gonna be the only ones with 2 losses, because some of these other teams are gonna have 2 losses once they lose in the SEC. Once they lose in their championship games. So
yeah, but that matters. They made the championship game.
But you know what though? But see, the thing is, I know they was talking about this before the season, and this is serious though. So they were saying, would you rather go to your championship game and lose? Because now you're going to be playing again, whereas that conference champion is going to get a bye, right?
Yeah.
So it's a possibility you may go to the championship game, lose, and now you may have to go on the road and play somebody else.
Yeah. Hey, man, that first round bye is huge, man.
It is huge.
For an SEC team, right? And the bias it's not even biased, it's just real. The most ranked teams and that faced each other have been in the SEC, right? So for Georgia to have that first round bye, that's big, man. That's 14 days getting rest, getting prepared, right?
Yeah. But
and
you
that's
know
what I
what's
was saying.
also big, man, is the seeds. What is it? 5 through 8? 5, 6, 7, and 8. They all get home field advantage that first game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Big deal.
You know what I was just reading? Like Alabama would have had to go to Texas.
Yeah. And I'm cool with first round games. I'm just not cool with Notre Dame, Penn State, man. I'd rather them put Bama, Penn State.
I agree with that. I wouldn't want to see that. But like AB said, things gonna change. Now they say they're not gonna be matchups for TV. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna go by, the straight numbers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, the numbers that matter is the money numbers.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Always about the bottom line. I don't care what they talking about.
Yeah. Now I think Notre Dame and Penn State would do numbers though. It would do numbers. Bama and Texas would do numbers.
Yeah.
They would do numbers.
Notre Dame got a strong following. So does Penn State. Penn State got huge alumni. So
yes, I say it would do numbers big time.
And they're the premier team in Pennsylvania. So Pitt is not. So Penn State, it would bring in a lot of views. But I just think it'll be a shitty game, bro. I'd rather, that's one of the games that it was on the other channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm really shocked, man, that Penn State, they're gonna get in. But like
the rest of the schedule is weak.
Yeah. Aldridge is not a good quarterback, man. He never shows up in the big games. James Franklin never shows up in the big games. And then, like I said, they'll go in and then they'll beat, Notre Dame because they're at home, and then they'll go and get skull drugged by Georgia or Ohio State or whoever.
I'm looking at the remaining schedule. I got Maryland, Wisconsin, and Washington.
Who's?
Be sitting pretty, right, waiting for somebody in the conference championship game, man.
Who?
Oregon.
Oregon, yeah. Oregon done.
They play who?
Maryland, at Wisconsin, and at home versus Washington. So
weak.
And they, like I said, they just
weak.
Indiana.
So they only played one top team out of the fucking Big Ten.
Well, they played Illinois. At that time they were ranked.
Okay, bro. Nah, I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
They beat Ohio State.
When we say the top teams, I'm gonna say Michigan just because they're a big program. Michigan, Penn State. They did play Michigan.
Yeah, they beat Michigan.
They did play Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
So they played Michigan and Ohio State.
Oregon didn't play Michigan.
Yeah,
they did. They played them last week.
They beat them 38.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
38-20, right there, something like that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
38-17.
Yeah.
Yep, 38-17. Yeah. That's just how fast Michigan became irrelevant.
Their defense is still solid, man, but them motherfuckers always on the field because their offense so bad. The offense is so bad, man. They done played like 4 quarterbacks this year, man.
Yeah.
Now, who is this? Indiana. They got Michigan left, Ohio State, and Purdue. Ohio State. That's the.
So they got Michigan.
Game for them.
You said Indiana got Michigan.
Michigan next. So Indiana got Michigan next.
Yeah, they're gonna lose, man. I think Indiana gonna.
Who gonna lose?
Indiana
against Michigan.
I don't see it.
I'm not sold, man.
Michigan's a 14, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
Is Michigan going to Indiana?
No, Michigan's coming to
Bloomington.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know where the stadium's at.
I'm not sold, man, on Indiana.
Hey, man, that's on the 9th at 3:30, man. So that's gonna be a game to watch right there. But like I said, they got Michigan next, and then Ohio State. So if Indiana does win out, they definitely deserve to be in there because they face.
Oh yeah.
They're facing the best teams in the.
Well, you got to think they number one in the Big Ten right now.
Yeah,
they 6-0 in conference play.
Now, good old Ohio State. Let's see who they got.
So you got to think. And I want you to think about this, right? If they went out, say they lose to Michigan, not Michigan, but Ohio State, they would be tied up though. They would both be 7-1 in conference play.
Yeah, we got Ohio State who got Purdue next, Northwestern, Indiana, then Michigan at the end. So Ryan Day got a tough slate because he last 2 games, man. He got to win them.
Where's that Michigan-Ohio State game at?
They should be at Ohio State this year.
It's at Ohio State.
It was at Michigan. I want to say they was at Michigan last year.
Yeah, Michigan is coming to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So that place event, they got Indiana.
Oh man, Ohio State ain't been able to run the ball, man. That shit is weird. They got 2 of the best running backs in the country.
They line is
they've been struggling. Said they was averaging like 2.1 yards per rush. Like, man, what the frick?
A lot of their linemen are hurt, man.
Man, we got football on tonight. We got Miami of Ohio against Ball State.
Man, that ain't gonna be no.
Hey, man, the fact that
so I do want to switch. I want to switch to the SEC real quick, right?
Yeah.
So and I'm gonna talk about the Georgia and the Ole Miss game. I don't think Carson Beck, the way that he played, that he's played these last few weeks, Jackson Dart can throw the ball, right? I don't think he can play the same way that he's played over these last few weeks down there at Ole Miss and win that game.
He can't, right? So one thing about Georgia, right now, their running backs, I want to say ETN is hurt. So they like down on their 2nd and 3rd string running backs. And I think one of them is a true freshman and the other guy is Cash Jones. I think that's his name.
Yeah, walk on.
Yeah, the walk on. But they're hurting on backs and they got to put the ball in Carson Beck's hands, man. And the thing is, Ole Miss got a good defense this year, man. They getting after the quarterback. And he can't have that kind of game for them to win. They got lucky, and I still said they should have lost to Florida last week. Right, the only reason they didn't lose was
because DJ Lagway got hurt.
DJ Lagway got hurt, and that backup, you couldn't really throw the ball like that.
And that's their 3rd string because Mertz is out too.
Yeah, he's out for the season and the injury. I think old boy is out for the rest of the season too, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. Man. So I'm looking at stats right now, man. He got 17 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, bro.
Yeah, I want to say they say he's thrown like in the last 3 games, like 9 interceptions, something crazy like that.
He just threw 3 interceptions in every game, the last 3 games. So versus Texas, he had 3.
Yeah.
Versus who did play after Texas?
Florida.
No.
Maybe it's all. I want to say he had 3 against Bama.
He had 3 against Bama, 0 against Auburn. 2 against Mississippi State, 3 against Texas, and 3 against Florida.
Yeah. That's a lot of interceptions. And I think about like you said, when the season first started, everybody said Carson Beck was going to be the first pick in the draft, right?
Hey, what we said though when we started, I said, man, he ain't shown me nothing.
Yeah, he's struggling.
He ain't shown me nothing.
The defense is carrying Georgia right now, man. Beck is struggling.
And this cat, Jackson Dart, man, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and got way more yards.
Yeah.
3,210. Carson Beck has 2,302.
So the only hang-up I have with the Ole Miss Georgia game is Ole Miss struggled when they play a good defense. Kentucky, right? And who's the other loss? LSU. Right? They're not as explosive. They carved up Arkansas last week, and everybody like, oh my God. But come on. I think Georgia is smart enough, right, and talented enough to kind of, slow some of that down.
Yeah.
I still think Ole Miss is going to win, but I don't think it's going to be the blowout like everybody's predicting. I think it's going to be Ole Miss basically getting the ball with the last few minutes of the game and scoring. Because Carson Beck, they're going to have to put the game on the shoulders of Carson Beck, and he's not going to be able to do it.
So if that, but that's going to hurt Georgia, right? Because Georgia right now, right, they only got one loss. They're 7-1. That would move them to 2 conference losses.
Yep.
And they play Tennessee the next week.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They went from having a cakewalk last year to the struggle bus this year, man.
Oh,
boy, they didn't have the easiest schedule since 2020, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, hold on, his schedule's not easy. Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. No, it's been easy.
Right now, ESPN got Ole Miss a 53.9%, predictor over Georgia. So,
but and then I was listening to something at a podcast, like he said, but you don't know which Georgia you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the Georgia that came out against Florida? Are you gonna get the Georgia that came out against Texas or played the second half against Bama? Like, which Georgia are you gonna get? You know what I mean? If you get that good Georgia, they're gonna kill Ole Miss. But if you're getting the ones that's struggling, they're gonna struggle with Ole Miss, man.
This is Lane Kiffin, man. Lane Kiffin got to pull something out the hat, man. He got to do something.
They have to score because they came out strong against Texas defensively. Offensively, they really didn't do anything. Carson Beck threw 3 picks versus us.
Yeah.
Right? We just gave them short fields.
Yeah. Yeah. And something I heard on the radio yesterday too, they kind of thought about Lane Kiffin. They were saying that everybody brings up James Franklin not winning big games, but nobody ever brings up Lane Kiffin. But Lane Kiffin has not won any big games at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Right.
How long has Lane Kiffin been at Ole Miss now, though?
I want to say maybe 4 years.
4 years.
5 years. 4 or 5 years, yeah.
I feel like Franklin's been there longer.
No, he has. James Franklin been there for what?
He's going on
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years. He has had phenomenal talent come through Penn State. Top draft picks.
Oh, yeah.
And has every time beat the Michigans, the Ohio States. So that's what I'm saying. Ole Miss, he's got Ole Miss to be on the map every year, pretty much to be a competitive game. I don't think I don't know. I still think Ole Miss is better than Penn State, and head coach wise, Lane Kiffin better than James Franklin at that. James Franklin, man, you had the better team. You lost to Ohio State.
They should have beat Ohio State this weekend.
Yep.
I don't know what they did on that 4th and 1, man. That was terrible play calling. And then they was booing. Oh my God. They was booing them after the game.
And you see he got into that altercation with that fan. He said, "Don't talk shit. What's your name?"
Hey man, take your ass and
hey, that fan was going at him. Student was going at him.
Yes, he was. Yes, he
said,
was.
"Okay, hey man, what's your name?" Dude started to walk away. He said, "Nah, you want to talk all that shit?
Yeah.
What's your name?"
Yeah.
Get that boy kicked out of school. Oh man,
this is wild, man. Because I just wonder how many more upsets and just changing.
You know what? And I know we say this every year, it seems like, but this has been a great season of college football, right?
Man,
I think it's parity
yes.
across the board. I ain't gonna say parity across the board, but there's like no dominant teams like it's been in the past, right? Everybody
Yeah.
got some type of weakness, right? They can kind of get
Mm-hmm.
exposed. So I think there are going to be continue to be more upsets. And like AB said earlier, and I keep saying that, what we saw tonight is not going to be what we see on the last selection show. It's going to be drastically different.
I'm just saying, man. Teams like Alabama, who had 20 plus years of success, are going to lose a quarter of y'all's fan base because they don't remember the pre-Saban years. You know what I'm saying? All these bandwagoners. Hey, y'all have had the top for too long. Georgia, I think Georgia's not gonna be there like end of the year now, right? Year in, year out. Texas, them being in the SEC, man, I think that hurt Georgia the most, right? When you think about it, recruiting wise, Texas in there now. They can these recruits. Georgia, they gotta play. They got another team they gotta beat. You know, besides Bama. Miami back in the top. Man, it's been a great year.
This guy.
But besides, I mean, every week one, that LSU USC game on the edge of your seat, man.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one weekend where I was just like, eh.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Because what was that? I think about 2 weeks ago, I think they said, no, I think this past weekend, I think 7 top 25 teams lost. I think that was this weekend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, yeah, college football is so good this year.
It is. It is.
I was hoping Florida would upset Georgia. I was like, man, it's right there.
I was too.
They got him.
I was too.
If DJ Lagway doesn't get hurt.
But you know, I mean, man, they was pushing Georgia around. It was so many things that was just like, I mean, they was running the ball, man. Like I know they was running this like outside zone and was getting a lot of yardage from it. And that running back was a freshman, a true freshman, and was running the ball against them. And I'm like, man.
Hate to tell him, man, he ain't gonna do that to us this weekend. So
y'all play Florida?
Yep.
Is Lagway playing? This is
no, you know he ain't playing. You know he hurt, man. Hey, stop! Don't act
y'all
like you know that.
Y'all gonna play this guy. Y'all gonna play this guy that played at Yale last year and couldn't throw the ball like 10 yards down the field.
We don't control like injuries, man.
Throw the damn towel in because
that was
get down to the third string quarterback.
He wasn't good either, man. I'm sorry.
No, he's not, man. Like if Mertz would have been Hurts.
Hey, he was bad, man. He was bad, man.
He didn't expect to win, bro. He didn't expect to go in. He probably was the night out, you know. Was it Halloween weekend? He was probably out there chilling, pre-game with people. Like, I ain't gonna play. That DJ.
Oh man.
I was dying laughing. They was talking to Billy Napier, and you know, they was asking him like, you know, he would never say like, yeah, you know, he's ready. You know, I think Billy Napier was like, man, I can't believe all this is happening to me right now. That guy was terrible. But Billy Napier, I think Billy Napier think he had it in the bag, man. And then they looked at because they couldn't move the offense.
Nope.
And like I said, you knew they was gonna run the ball on first and second down, and Georgia started preparing for it, man. And then
stacked the box. Billy Napier and Mark Norvell, man, they've had the shitty end of the stick this year all season. All season, man. Like, not even they catch a break.
Hey, you know how tough it is to be a Florida State fan right now, man.
Man, hey, they showed a picture, man. That stadium was empty, bro. Like I'm talking about empty against North Carolina. Empty.
Oh man. And they just gave us food that big ass extension.
Yeah, man.
Man, hey, what's that?
And they're losing recruits, Tim. I was just looking at the the ranking for recruits. Florida State was in the top. It was like the top 12, I think. They dropped to 23.
And I think it's gonna be worse.
And I'm gonna tell you how many. Hold on, let me find it. How many decommits they've had?
Yeah, they had a few. I know they had a few over the last couple of weeks. I know that.
And you know what? You know why it's gonna get worse? Because people are starting to see what we've been seeing
6.
on the sidelines.
They've had 6 decommits, and we flipped 2 of them.
Yeah,
Working on the 3rd.
people on the sidelines flexing. Man, you down, coach? You down? Why you flexing on these players, man? Just
Yeah, I hate when players do that, man. Like, come on, man. They get a hard hit. They like, yeah. Like, bruh, you down by 3 touchdowns, man.
Yeah,
go line back up, man.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate when players do it. I hate it when players do it. When Bama was losing to Vandy, we was dancing and doing all. I'm like, come on, bro, we losing, man. Why we dancing?
And then your man crashed out at the end of the game. Hey, what was his name? Number 13, Malachi Moore.
Malachi Moore.
That's his name, right? Malachi Moore. Hey, my man crashed out, man. Hey, the ref put the football down. My man kicked it through his mouthpiece.
Hey, man. Get the board.
My man was having a tough time, man.
He's like, hey, that's the type of passion I want to see. They ain't passion, man. That ain't passion.
I seen a like one of the shorts on YouTube. Somebody was like, man, somebody need to put that motherfucker in therapy. Man was having a hard time. He was out there.
I know why he's mad.
Somebody else said he should have been that. He should have been that active and hype on 3rd down.
Yeah. They was getting him, man. He was the highlight.
But he giving up 35-yard touchdown passes on 4th and 1.
Yeah, he was.
That was him that got beat. You can't be mad now, man. Pick your damn mouthpiece up, man.
Put the ball back. Put the ball back. That ball again.
My man crashed out, boy. He was.
Out of all that, though, when the coaches was like, "Come here," he was like,
"Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was another big thing. Yeah, he wouldn't come out the game."
And then Kalen DeBoer like, "Oh, he's just such a good part of the team." Man, Nick Saban would have, boy.
You know what? Nick Saban 10 years ago would have been like,
Nick wasn't going. Yeah, he was ripping the headphones off.
Finger in his face, ripped the headphones. Nick Saban down was a little tired, man. He was
yeah,
a little bit. But
that's why he had to call it quits, man. He like, man, I ain't got time to deal with this shit, man.
He's like, what's your NIL word?
Some of these players getting more money than me from NIL.
Yeah, I had went to the doctor yesterday, man. And me and this lady was talking about that. That's the realization. She was brought up about Ryan Williams making 1.7 and Milroe making 3. I mean, they weren't making more than Saban or DeBoer, but they still making a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Damn.
For a college athlete.
Yeah, they making more than them assistants.
Right, and then you look at it too, then they get that money, and then they go into the NFL and make more. It's good life, man.
And you know, it's great. Listen, if I'm a player, I'm gonna go ahead and play 4 years, man. I'm gonna keep stacking this NIL money. You know what I'm saying, man?
Well, I know it's been a few basketball players that have done that. I don't know about football. I think football, you got to go when the iron is hot. But basketball.
But they be having NIL deals for so Liberty, one of the players that played here at the high school here, right? He had NIL deals for just random shit, just appearing in random commercials, local TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? He's a sophomore, man. Doing like pancake, eating at a small town, they be giving them money for this shit, man. All these little deals be working out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. Let me get some free food for my NIL deal.
Trust me. They would love you. If they just gotta feed you and not pay you, they would love you.
I'm a big pack. Hey, that's what old lineman ain't making too much money, man.
Yeah, they not.
So they got in Texas, man, for the Texas O linemen. It's like guaranteed for them when they commit. It's called a Pancake Factory down there in Austin. And so, super popular place. So they get to eat there for free, and they get like, I want to say $125,000. So, yeah.
But you didn't bring up about like the Lambos that Isaiah Bond had and some of them other players.
We were talking about linemen, man.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
And we can talk about that, or we can talk about how Nick Saban been giving people BMWs, scat pack charges.
Shut people lights off.
Hey, you always see that meme like, Saban need to take all those charges back. You need to take all those keys to those charges. I'm like, come on, man. Stop.
Oh, man.
That's some cool shit, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. So I sent y'all that Mr. Go 30 when they was talking about Georgia and the Alabama game when he was he said only time y'all fast is in a scat pack.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Oh man, that took me out, man. Dying. That dude funny, man.
Yeah, he is.
Wrap it up, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we appreciate y'all joining us for this live stream. I'm pretty sure we'll do this again next week for the next reveal.
Yeah.
For everybody available.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Go Canes.
All right, man.
Peace.
Go Canes. Hook 'em.
Hey, B, I don't think it was streaming, man.
It was.
It was?
Yeah, look.
Okay. Damn,
Yeah.
okay, why did they show my thing and show it?
Yeah, at one point we had 6 people in there.
Really?
Yeah, when we was live, we had 6 people in there. Somebody commented too.
Is, man. I want to give them a shout out.
What?
Yeah, somebody said, "What about Alabama?"
They shouldn't have been. I think we did. They shouldn't have been. I think we did. We beat Alabama up enough. Oh shit, man. Bro, I'm still. It's still streaming.
No, it said it's done.
No, it's done.
It could be the lag, maybe.
I think we did. We beat Alabama up enough.
Mine's saying recording is uploaded.